Meanwhile, Governor Jerry Brown is facing a fight from a California man who has no control over his body. The battle surrounds the more than $1 billion in cuts Brown wants to chop from Medi-Cal. Fox 5's Rick Boone is joining us now with how a man who can't speak is screaming for justice.
That's right, Walter. This guy can't talk, he can't walk, he can't even write on his own anymore, but that's not stopping Raul from getting his share of the pie.
22-year-old Raul Carranza from Chula Vista was born with muscular dystrophy, and this is his life. He can't move or breathe on his own, but his brain is working perfectly fine.
He said together we can bring it.
Carranza is in San Diego protesting against Governor Brown's more than $1 billion in medical cuts. He says the cuts, which could take effect this year, are putting his life in jeopardy. State cuts will no longer pay for his medical bills and reduce his nursing hours.
In our struggle, we're going to change the way Medi-Cal works.
He says that help is vital. His nurses once monitored his ventilator and wheelchair battery. Now, without them, he has to depend on his family and friends just to survive.
Sounds like a future politician, Raul. You want to change the system to run for office?
Not right now, maybe later.
Carranza is hoping the courts will overturn the proposal, but while he waits, the 22-year-old is on a statewide campaign, raising money to pay for his services the state cut.
I am already thousands of dollars in debt at Medi-Cal won't cover anymore.
While he's battling big government, he's also battling the books as a UCLA computer science major. But he had to quit because he couldn't afford it, and he couldn't afford caregivers.
I was involved in a battle with the state of California over my nursing hours.
A man who can't even walk, who's determined to take on the highest officer in the state of California.
And Susan, tonight's fundraiser was not it at all. Raul's friends say that they plan to hold more fundraisers. The next one coming up in just the next few weeks. They're going to say they need to make as much money as possible to pay his bills, and he's got a lot of medical bills. We'll send it back to you.
I imagine it must be so expensive. Thank you, Rick, very much for that story.